Ready up.
Three, two, one. Welcome to the 225 podcast with your hosts, Noah Ray, Andrew Cargill, and me, Matthew Awazadi.
New couch.
I know nobody watches, but if you do watch,
I watch it.
You'll notice a new couch.
Pimpin'.
So that's pretty cool.
Thanks, Papa Cargill.
Thank you, Papa
Pop
C.
Cargill's a real one.
You should clip that picture.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be funny, but I probably won't. But I might.
That was so funny. I love that guy.
So today is probably very anticipated and stuff. To be honest, we're talking about Sheffield.
Highly anticipated.
This
Not
is-
They've been waiting
anticipated
for
and
it.
stuff.
I said very anticipated.
Dude, they've been waiting for it.
You know, I'll be honest. I don't know how much research y'all did. Guys, we're busy. Like, we got a lot going on. I don't
Yeah.
have an Excel sheet. I wasn't able to dump,
The
like,
economy.
3 hours. And I wanted to. I wanted to, like, get
I did
every
too.
record and look for it. But, you know, I think we've all been listening to a lot of other podcasts. We've been researching. We've been on Instagram for the past year. We know who we want to win. We know who's probably more likely to win. So we're just going to talk a little about that. But first, we're going to recap a little bit about our training and our lives. So, yeah.
Because we know you care about that more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also kind of why, like, this podcast, I think, is a little bit, every podcast has a different format. So some do go more in depth, and, you know, I do respect that. Like, having a whole spreadsheet is really cool. I wish we could have done that, but I had a
I think
huge,
they're organic, just
huge
getting
exam.
into
Yeah,
it.
I also think just, like, having a chat about it is fun, too. But I had a huge exam this morning, so I have been studying the past few days, trying to be locked in. So did that. I really just have had like my week 1 and week 2 primaries and secondaries. I'm more excited for my secondary squat. My primary squat, I have doubles, but I'm capped. But secondaries, I'm not. So that means just overshoot.
700.
I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
But I have fives on squat, which is really cool. I did week 2 was 523, I think, for 5. And at RP6, moved really easy. It's crazy that my old 5 rep max was 500 that I did with you. Remember, I was supposed to have a triple, and I did it for 5, and they were all high, and it was like really tough. And now, I mean, I think I could squat 500. I'd love to do an AMRAP on 500 squats.
Did you do
20
4
reps.
red AMRAP?
I think, yeah, I think I could
On
squat
every
4
lift.
reds. Oh.
Hold up.
If I could get half a bench, I'd be excited.
If I could get it
get it
down.
off my chest, that'd be pretty badass.
You can keep your butt up and you can...
Well, if you
even
shake
if
some ass and tag the
shake some-
berserker.
Oh, throw cheeks, throw cheeks. I'm joking. But I think, yeah, I'd be interested to see, because
Let's not
I've
do that.
never done
Let's wait till
like kind of higher rep scheme stuff. Not even higher. That'd be sets of 5. I haven't done that in a while. So yeah, that's technically a PR. And then yeah, I got something planned pretty big for week 4, because I think my primary week 4 squat double is going to be relatively low RPE. So hoping to save some in the tank for the secondary. Bench is feeling really good. I actually just sent a voice memo to Petrie. This is the first time in like 4 months where I've been completely pain-free this week. I have 0 shoulder pain, 0 hip pain, no back pain. My shoulder has a little bit of discomfort, but it's not bad, not in pain. So I'm excited. Prep's feeling really good way to start. And yeah, getting primed and ready to execute and
He's feeling great.
go into CNATs. Yeah, but like even 6 weeks out from the Olympia, I still had my hip problem. So like I've not been 100% healthy in probably 4 months. So even longer than that, 4 or 5 months now. So really excited to kind of finally be healthy and feeling good. Oh, also, Kyle did qualify for Junior Nats in 2025. We had the wrong QT. He texted
he
me this
did.
morning. It's 775 for Junior 90s.
And he was...
He had
20 keys off,
777.
So he beat it by...
He got it by 2.5. But we thought it was 800, but that's the open.
Oh.
So he did qualify. So I wanted
still
to
crazy.
make that right, because we were texting this morning, and he said that.
I know
So-
he texted you the second he heard it.
Oh yeah, it was funny because he
He's
said
definitely
something
pissed
about
off.
you. You said something, and he texted me about it.
Me?
No, Drew. You said I'll pull it up after.
Oh.
And then
Am I in trouble?
like
Sorry.
10, 15 minutes later, he texted me, bro, I did qualify for Junior Nats, and I was like, oh shit, like my bad.
Yeah, you're kind of...
Yeah, but we thought we got that mixed up. But I wanted to set that straight.
he
so,
said it straight.
yeah.
I have not had the same fortunate training.
Yeah, but everyone goes to ups and downs.
But what'd you say?
Everyone goes to ups and downs.
Yeah, so I feel like I've kind of wasted the past 3 weeks. I don't
Waste
really...
is a strong word. I want to say
I think
that.
you've learned.
I want to say
I've
that right
learned-
now.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
everything-
no, mine's right now, because guess what? You're not
No,
supposed
I
to
know.
prep.
So I have
like that.
I have a lot planned for what I'm about to say here. Just
Okay,
think
good.
about it.
Oh,
Let him
he's cooking.
It's felt like I've wasted the past 3
Sheffield.
weeks.
I got you.
Coming out of the meet, which was a big high, really felt good. Straight into a deload, then into a week 1. Somehow at the end of my deload, I strained my back. I think part of it was like belt squats, as well as just like I had not really been addressing some problem areas. And I think over time and just years of like certain parts getting stronger than the rest, it's just kind of revealed, honestly, what seems like the solution to a lot of my problems in my like quote unquote chronic pain. So I got a massage before the meet, and it's just started like really acting up with some hamstring pain on my left side. And then like this kind of belt squat strain happened, and like this just like lower back pain in my kind of pelvis area, where it's like near my tailbone, like squatting and deadlifting, just like
I did an examination.
he did examine just like radiating pain. Not radiating, just like shooting pain.
And that's from Noah?
And yeah. So that's been really, really tough. I've never had a lower body injury. I've only ever had shoulder problems. And so to be, 9 weeks out from my first national meet and having this type of injury, again, I don't know the severity of it. I went to PT, I felt great, deadlifted the next day, and I'm not feeling so great. So it's one of those things that there's a lot of up and downs, but something that Noah's really big on, and I agree, is like everything does happen for a reason. And I do know that God has a bigger picture and plan for me in all of this. And one of those things has been the coach I'm working with. So some of you knew I was working with Kyle. We were just we knew that was going to be a temporary relationship because he is my friend at the end of the day. So he had helped me coach into that January meet. And he was like, hey, we'll go into CNATs, but if you find someone that's right for you, I want you to take that route. So I actually talked to a couple people, and I ended up with a guy local to Georgia. His name is Sol Na.
Love Soul.
Soul is
He
goated.
is- Like,
We like
so
Soul.
I've known about him for probably probably since I started powerlifting in Georgia. He's hard to miss if you live in the state. I think he's the second strongest in the state. And he only recently started talking to him. Super, super just kind, really, really mature guy. But as I've just slowly started hearing about what he has to say with coaching, and another thing I've noted is like all of his athletes, whether they're super, super strong or new into the game, they all are really clean lifters. All of their form is really, really tight.
Also,
And-
can I say something?
Yeah, no, interrupt me. That's cool.
No, just really
just
quick,
kidding.
because I think Petrie has a similar ordeal of, I think his clients represent him well about how they hold themselves. So they're not, I guess you could say, like, careless. Like, how some people, their athletes do at the end of the day somewhat represent their business. And one way, like Petrie has said in a few of his lives and kind of when he talks to us in a group, is like, I want you all to represent me well, and I want you to hold your character to represent what I represent as well. And like blessed season, like everyone's staying blessed, and I want everyone to do good and things like that. And I think Soul's people are very similar.
Yeah.
Where like his athletes are all nice people. And I've training at DNA, I think we've all been fortunate to train with a lot of his athletes, and all of them, like, we will all want to see each other win. Everyone's just like super knowledgeable and really just nice people. So I think that also
Definitely.
says a lot about him as well.
Yeah, and like, so I completely agree with that. As I was saying, like, his technique is really, really solid, and you see Soul's mentality reflected in his lifters. And not to say that you don't with other coaches, but I think it just speaks a lot about that coach. Same with Petrie, is when you see their athletes kind of have that same rigidity and structure in their training, and also like passion. I think Kevin was probably one of the first few people I met to be coached by Soul.
Talked
And like,
to him today.
oh yeah, that's why he was at the Nest. He had some nice deadlifts, and he's just like a great guy. Number one, but number two, like really, really just like I don't know, honest power lifter, I think is the best way to put it. And that's what I liked a lot about Soul, as well as like he really, really cares about continuing his education. He's constantly talking to other people, learning from his coach, learning from others in the top end of the sport. That to me is very important to have a coach is, hey, like, you know, powerlifting I think is such a split sport to where there's old ways of doing things and new ways of doing things. And I think both have respectable, I guess, you know, methods, but it is important that they are aware of both and know which works best. That's one thing I've really liked. So week 1 starts tomorrow. So it does kind of feel like, you know, I did have 3 weeks of not doing much, but I'm nursing an injury. I'm excited to start on week 1. Just really, we've been talking about all my technique and stuff. And like, I'm literally like sitting in my room, like practicing deadlifts and just like practicing bench. And so I'm really, really excited to get into the gym, as well as I feel like for the first time, this is something you said, but like now that Soul's my coach, like that carries weight to me. And not to say I didn't with my previous coaches, but I just thinking, knowing his other athletes and knowing what it means to be quote unquote in the Swole squad is what it's called.
I think Kyle was a similar.
I think Kyle was similar too.
Yeah.
I do
Swole
think
squad, big body.
it's different. My only difference with Kyle was he was my friend. At the end
Yeah,
of the
that you
day.
have a previous
And
relationship.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
like
different.
Soul I've talked to 4 times. Now it's different. I respect Kyle just as much as an athlete. And I will say, like, there was no bad blood me leaving Kyle. He didn't do anything to stab me in the back or vice versa. Like, Kyle and I think, are still friends. And, you know, I saw him the other day. Things are cool. So I do want to just say that. All respect for Kyle. I mean, what he did for me, just being like, hey, I know that you're not really sure where to go. And, like, I genuinely just want to see you win. And I want to see help my friends out. That meant a lot. And so I am just incredibly grateful because he ultimately took me to that goal of hitting 610 on the platform. That was a long-winded little rant, but, you know, training has not been great, but
Soul Squad.
everything happens for a reason. I'm super excited to start with Soul. You know, if I didn't get hurt, I don't know if I would have started talking to Soul and those type of things. So I'm excited. You know, I do think there's still room for me to do what I want to do with CNATs, and I'm not going to put a limiting belief on myself.
That's good. That's good.
There's
Past
a
few
meet
weeks,
coming up there, buddy.
Yeah, you do.
yeah. I still don't know how far out I am.
6 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's less than that now. I think
Maybe
it's
closer
like,
to 5.
I
5
think
in a
this
few
weekend's
days.
5 weeks out, which is interesting. Yeah.
Bro, I didn't even know you were doing that until like a few
He
days
does
ago.
this every meet. It's
Yeah,
like
that's true.
we wake up one day, he's like, okay, I'm 5 weeks out. What?
Yeah,
Like
what do
for
you
me,
mean?
it's like I know my next week's gonna be in December. Yours is in September. Bro's like,
And then December.
yeah,
Like, I
it's
know
like,
my next 3 meets the
Bro's
whole
like,
year.
I'm a few weeks out. And we're like, what?
I kind of just get thrown into meets, and
so
it's finally
funny.
been like, all right,
My
I
pop-up
guess we're
is
Sorry,
doing
your
it.
dad calls you and he's like, all right, we got tickets.
I'm like, oh
Okay,
crap.
I guess
I'm pissed
going.
off he didn't do bench nats still.
Yeah,
I'm
Come
fine.
on,
I
man.
didn't do
Everyone
bench
wanted
press.
to do bench
I was so
press.
happy I just watched it. Didn't have to do. I coached and handled, and I'm happy that was it.
Good handle,
That's
man.
funny.
Whoa. But
I gotta
yeah.
stop saying sus things. I'm getting yelled at.
Bro, Edie's been yelling at me for 2 years, bro. It's fine.
Literally, I'm too new to be.
Yeah, that is
Maybe
true.
like 6 months and then maybe a year.
Yeah,
Make
me
it
and
a
it'll never
text.
change. It'll never
6
change.
months? Question mark. I got a text about. Obviously, it's all they're joking, but like, oh, everything you're doing is for Bryce, huh? I'm joking.
Anywho,
Anywho,
Drew, continue.
Anyways, I guess I'm 5 weeks out this week, and training's been. I don't really get it, but I'm trusting it right now because 2 weeks ago I had. I'm kind of just trusting it.
I'm so confused.
Because 2 weeks ago I had reasonably heavy triples. Last week I had reasonably heavy doubles, and then this week I had singles.
Jesus does that. He
Yeah.
goes 6 weeks out. He had 6s, and then he had 5s, then he had 4s.
that's just a big guy thing.
Well, no, but
big
not
guy
necessarily that. But I do think like some
Yeah.
people peak really well going from like
Yeah.
like higher rep schemes going down week to week.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I've never
think
done it, but I think it's
the
interesting.
big thing was because about a month, really, yeah, I guess it was about a month ago. I was having some health issues where stuff was going around. I think we're trying to quickly peak my system. I say that. I mean, we're kind of doing like an 8-week cycle, but as of right now, it's been going well. I had first week of singles this week, and I realized this. I matched all my numbers this week to my competition in Carolina, which is really weird to think of. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Well, I'm 523. I was 5 keys off.
Okay,
But
yeah.
bench press 396, deadlift 584.
Oh, that's true. And it moved.
Yeah. Like looking back, I think
Well-
I could have doubled or tripled everything I had
I think
this
you
week.
could've.
584 flew on.
584. I was really
Squat
happy
was
with.
healthy
Yeah,
too.
like those, I think I could triple. Bench press, double, but butt was up. So, I'm kind of getting excited. Everything's feeling good. Like my recovery has completely changed.
Yeah.
Every now and then I try to go on our walks. I'm trying
Drew
to
and
be
I have
more
been
active.
doing like a bi-weekly walk. It was crazy.
We do, like,
I was
2 or
coming
3
home
times a
from
week.
PT. Yeah, bi-weekly twice. I was coming home from PT
Oh,
and
I
I
thought you meant
Oh, I
like
thought
every,
every 2
yeah, I thought
weeks.
you meant
I
like
was
every
like,
2
what?
weeks.
I
I was like,
text Drew
do it every now and then.
and I go, walk question mark? He goes, I was literally about to leave. And
Yeah.
so like I was passing them out and then we like both met. It was super cute.
Yeah.
This
So
guy's always
I know, bro. I'm either at work, class, or DNA.
Well, that's how I feel when y'all are at DNA Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in class rotting away, hearing about pathways and internal auditing.
I'd rather die.
Oh, me too.
But yeah, it's been fun. Our little date night walks. I had to quit halfway up the mountain. I blamed it on. Yesterday was, I think, was it yesterday? No, it was 2
Tuesday.
days ago. Tuesday. It was bad. My lower back was seizing up badly.
I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm like, all
We gotta
right.
turn around.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, we're gonna turn around. That was fun though. I'm probably gonna do it again today, in a couple hours. But doing that, trying to do sauna, revive cupping therapy. I need to get my next appointment in.
Damn right.
But yeah, I've been doing everything as much as possible to try and get better. Squat bench deadlift felt great. I'm hoping me and my dad were talking about it yesterday. I'd like to get close to 730 total, which I don't think is horribly far out. It'd be
What did you
570.
total this week?
I don't know, 670 maybe.
No, it was 680. It was like 15 on the dot around there.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to do like maybe 573, which would be huge. Close to 407 to 418, and then at least 628, which should give me a 735, 732 and a half. Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah, that's solid.
yeah, I don't think any of that's too far, and that'll give me like a 90 GL, which is about a 440 dots for the people who can't. I can't translate it either.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I did figure out yesterday because I think I need an 830, 820 total to get a 500 dots, which is
Yeah.
a 102 GL points. So 100 and 500 are
Similar.
pretty close.
Yeah,
I don't
need
think
at
they are in every
110
weight class though.
Yeah, maybe not. I
At
think it's different.
110, I need to total 835 or 840 for 500 dots.
Yeah. Well, I put mine as 105.
Yeah, no, I
so
know
I mean,
you're
it's not
different.
gonna be far off.
But yeah, I think mine is 840.
Yeah. Maybe.
Which will be close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Bryce are both gonna have a 490 dots.
Yeah.
plus
That's gonna be
at the
crazy.
CNETs.
Closing in on
I
5.
think top 5, because there were some people at CNETs last year that did not register this year, or some people moved up to 125. Some people aged out. I think every one of the top 5 is going to total within 15 keys of each other.
that's
Like I think whoever totals like 845, 850 wins.
yeah.
And I think a lot like 5th is going to be like
If it's like
830.
830, it's gonna be
825 I think is going to be 5th, and like 845 I think is going to be
Yeah.
1st.
If it's within 20 keys, that's gonna be
I think
insane.
it is, which should be really fun. It's going to be so competitive. I know that there are weight classes that will have higher dots, but I think it's going to be fun seeing.
82 is gonna.
Yeah,
be
but I mean, like, there's
750.
going to be people
Just
that
let the
have higher
110s enjoy
dots,
their
but the
time.
110s, I think it's, for me, it's more fun when everyone is like so close.
Yeah.
Because if the guy that's going to get first has a 15 kilo jump on his third deadlift and fails, then he's at 830 and not 845.
It's a
So
different game.
then it's like, oh shoot, like,
Yeah.
And
you know,
15
if-
jump
if-
is small on deadlift.
yeah, for so like if they miss, you know, a third
Yeah.
deadlift, then they could be down at that 815, 820 range, and it's like, oh,
Yeah. It's
then
gonna be a you miss
people
one
like me and
lift.
Bryce that are going to be aiming for, you know, that 825, 835 range. I think that gives us an opportunity, especially Bryce, to be able to pull to like podium higher.
Well,
'Cause
your
he's,
deadlift also tapers really well. So
Yeah, that is true. Well, I didn't get to see that at the Olympia, but but
So
at
we
the
actually
other
don't
meets,
know.
I'm excited to see what Petrie's taper looks like.
it'll be so good.
Yeah.
because I love the way Petrie and Swolfester taper.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that, definitely.
Quickly, for those of you who don't know, most of the Swolfester
People.
minions or whatever.
Yeah. Goblins.
The way,
Swolfest.
goblins, that's the word for it. The way they taper is it's a traditional week 4, so you don't really do a prep. So your meet day is on week 4, but you have such heavy accessories throughout prep that the second you taper accessories and you taper the week 3 just a little bit, your body feels so much better. So a prime example is how I pulled 600 on my doubles block for a single, the block before, and then how I pulled 600 at the meet was because I'm hammering, secondaries. I'm hammering accessories constantly.
Yeah, like my secondaries are crazy.
You're constantly in a state of fatigue, essentially, and then that week 3 is a true RPE 7, and then you drop 99% of volume, and you just taper, so well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I'm excited for that. But
Sheffield,
regardless,
we just spent
we
30
got
minutes
off
talking
topic.
about
30 minutes
ourselves.
in.
sorry.
Sheffield is this weekend.
So much fun. I'm so excited.
You know what's crazy is last Sheffield, it was me and you and Edie. We went to the gym. I don't know if Edie went to the gym with us. No, because this is a really, really weird memory, but I just remember it. She had
don't
cooked
even
you a
remember.
HelloFresh burger meal.
Oh,
The fire alarm went off.
Bro, I
when we got
remember that.
home and it was super smoky. No hate on Edie, but just we've all done it a million times.
Yeah, that's so funny. Drew's done it more than
Once.
But, no,
But
don't want.
portobello mushrooms almost died.
Anything he's ever cooked is.
But basically, I remember Sheffield being on a whim. We were like, oh, let's turn it on.
Yeah.
This year, I've been anticipating Sheffield since last year. And I think a lot of us feel that way. And I also think, is Sheffield this year? I mean, you have Jesus coming back for round 2. You've got the Battle of the 69s for women.
will he squat over 490?
Yeah, will he take the world record?
Will he take?
Will Gavin come back for that world record? Is Kaiko gonna stay relatively true to 9-9? You have for the women, Agatha Sitko's cutting down. You have 2 women bulking up.
Amanda Lawrence going crazy per usual.
Yeah,
I think
Amanda
she
Lawrence
slept on
Natalie Richards, who's a freak. She's
the heavyweight
hasn't
girl.
been-
What's that? She squatted like
Bonica?
295.
No, she's not
no,
going.
no.
You
I
have
was
Brittany
about to say
Schlater,
that.
and then
What's
you
her
have
name?
Sonita
just saw her.
from Sonita,
Yeah,
Belgium.
she squatted I think she
295.
I think she squatted more.
I saw
it
295 on
recently.
Instagram, but
Maybe.
that's
I don't know.
crazy.
That's
so.
ridiculous.
Do we want to go through the weight class battles and say who we think will win, and then?
Sure, but I'm not.
Okay.
I don't know everyone,
too-
especially on the women. No hate, but
You guys are sexist. I'm just kidding.
no.
I'll say
I mean,
you
I know a
guys.
few, but not what.
I was saying, don't say you guys. I'm a feminist.
But we'll start with the females. So
Take a second.
47, Tiffany, Turbo Tiff, she's alone in that weight class. 52s, you have Evie Corrigan and Noemi. No, it's not
Naomi?
It's not Naomi. It's French. I think Evie's gonna take that.
Yeah.
57s, you have Natalie versus Jacob. That's gonna be a
Really
dog
close.
fight.
Natalie's a beast.
Obviously, being American, I want Natalie to take it.
Yep,
Yeah,
Natalie got it.
She is definitely going to take the deadlift world record. I've heard a lot of people think she's got the squat record, which I think is 186. Which that again, I could be so wrong. So don't count me on anything.
She's going to find
Yeah, literally. I've seen her.
I think she's
once.
in North Carolina or
But,
something.
yeah.
So she was at the Carolina
meet, yeah.
meet, yeah.
So that's gonna be crazy.
We know
and
her.
then the Battle of the 69s, Leah Bavois. I don't know how to say that right. Carola Gara from Italy, let's go, and then Agata Sitko. Agata is cutting down from 76, and
But I heard she's maintained a
she's
lot of her
maintained
strength,
most of her strength,
which
Now,
is so cool.
the thing with Agata, and a lot of people are talking about this, is she is a 5 for 9 person.
Yeah.
She got 2 benches last Sheffield, or Worlds was it, and a lot of people are saying Sheffield's going to be even tighter on judging.
Yeah, and they're saying that she can't execute that 9 for 9. But we will see. She's definitely not Keiko in the fact of like you said, she does not go 9 for 9.
Natalie's miss is perfect.
Yeah,
She never
So,
misses.
but we'll see. But if she does execute and can come into Sheffield 100%, and like I said, go 9 for 9, then I think she takes that all day.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be.
But
interesting.
I don't know if she'll. I don't think she'll do.
You
that.
also have Leah had a back injury last year. Carola Gara from Italy, she's the best dots female lifter ever.
Really.
But because
I
it
didn't know
uses GL points, she didn't even know till 6 months ago.
Oh, wow.
After Worlds, so she's definitely going to put up something interesting. She is not great on deadlift, is what I've researched. So it'll be interesting. Agata will win. I think Sheffield and 69 battle if she can execute. If she can't execute, you're going to see someone else.
I think
creep
her
up.
going 9 for 9. I think she takes out Evie to win.
Easily. Honestly, Evie does not have the advantage of cutting and not telling anyone. I think she could be top 5, but I would much rather see. I think you're gonna see the 69s place top 3, and then Evie and Natalie.
I think Evie will close higher.
That's interesting. That's an interesting take.
I think so.
But you've got a lot of interesting stuff. 76. I don't know her. Carlina.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Not familiar with her as a lifter. Sorry. Amanda Lawrence. She's
a dog, but her world records are really high.
That's the thing. She's a dog, and I don't know if she's ever going to pull the same thing she pulled last year. You know, she's under Joey Flex, incredible athlete. Don't know if
But
she
I
can get
also
the record.
think the squat world record, I think she'll be close. I think her squat has gotten stronger. She doubled, I think, 568.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not super far off. What's the world record? I don't even know. It's not above
I don't think it's
580.
Oh,
is
Carlina's
it?
from New Zealand. I know who she is.
It's not above 580, is it?
I thought it was like 587,
Maybe.
589.
I'm not sure. But I think
I
she
got
could be
it. I
really
got it
close
right
to
here.
that.
For what? For 84?
84.
It is 249.
What is that?
249 is sub 551.
Yeah, that's something.
It's like, so if she just doubled
Oh.
560,
She
she'll
did
definitely
above
say
take
560
that.
plus.
Did she double
I think
560?
I think she is gonna destroy the squat record. Now,
agree.
Well, now we
what she's gonna do on bench and deadlifts, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I do think, not
Her
that people
squat's
sleep
just
on her, but I
insane.
think the bench and deadlift record, she's not gonna
Her
like.
squat's just so
So
insane.
another
Like,
interesting
it's hard.
thing is Agatha is going after Jen Thompson's bench record of 144.
Dang.
That's ridiculous.
That's kind of crazy.
If Jen gets dethroned,
At 69.
because we
That's
do
kind of a
know
big
Jen,
deal.
we do know
like
Jen.
we are like that with Jen.
has bought me a pair of shorts.
Yeah,
Well,
like-
I'm saying. Me and Carson.
I've met Jen 3 times now.
Yeah.
Always been super nice to talk to.
She's like, I cheer for her.
Oh, yeah.
So me and
Always.
Carson helped at Jennifer Thompson's husband.
Jennifer Thompson.
Spa, not
Just
spa,
in the warm-up
handle in the warm up room. We weren't calling anything, obviously. We were just putting on the bar what he told us to.
Because I warmed up with Jen Thompson.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
a flex.
So that was super, super fun. But Agnes Go going for that is a crazy record because that's Jen Thompson's last IPF bench record.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else I'm thinking here. Natalie is definitely going to come after the deadlift record of 231. I personally think she's got more than 231 on deadlift.
I don't know. I haven't
She
seen
just
her. I
hit
haven't seen her training.
227 and a half pretty easily.
Oh.
But we'll see. So yeah, that's gonna be super interesting. Amanda Lawrence has the total record at 645 for 84s, which she set at Sheffield last year. So she pretty much gave herself a year to try and take that world record.
I mean, I think
What's a squat for 57?
she's
Do you
going to
know?
be close.
The squat for 57 is 185.
Really?
Yeah.
She just played with 175 earlier, Natalie.
Yeah, that was she failed it in Worlds Prep
Yeah.
and got it. But also that's a big one thing about Sheffield is do you stay because you get money for the total, but you also get money for each individual record that you set
And placing.
and placing. So do you
It's a
stay
tough call.
true to if Natalie's got let's just say 180 or let's just say 185 and she doesn't have 185.5 or 186. Do you take 186 and risk it and get more money, or do you just take 185 and go for the total?
Because there's two sides of it. A, you have a world record on your side, which gives you a 0.5 lead. And if you have body weight, that might be a couple more points on you against someone else.
So there's definitely a lot of strategy.
And it's very interesting. Yeah, no meet has ever been like this.
Yeah.
To where
Oh, this
the
is
whole
the
world
most
record money
insane.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to kind of see what athlete chooses what. Because like you said, there's kind of 2 ways you can look at it. You can go for breaking the individual world record, the total record, or you can go for placement. So like if
well, if you're going for placement, you've already broken world records because you have
Just
to be
about.
above
yes,
the
but
world
no, but
record
if
to
you
win.
shoot to get that top 3
Yeah.
and you miss it,
I know.
then you don't get the world record and you don't place.
Some
And
people might
also,
sacrifice.
You could take a little bit lower of a third attempt, break the world record, and not get third.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
To where it's going to be really interesting to see how, especially Joey, because he's coaching damn near half the people, what he does
Actually,
each
no.
athlete.
Well, I mean, the
He
thing
has
is,
like
Coaching
5.
Carl, Delaney Wallace,
Amanda,
Kaiko,
Jesus.
Jesus, and Amanda. I think that's it.
5.
So that's 5.
yeah.
That's still a 5th.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like exactly what we're saying because the athletes, they're not going to be the ones choosing it most likely. Like, they might have a little say, but at the end of the day, like at the World's platform, it's you have to have a
But
great coach.
I think on
behind
this,
you.
though, it is a little different because about the whole money thing, let's just say Delaney Wallace.
Yeah.
If he wants to make as much money as he can at this meet, his meet is going to be very different than if he wants to try and podium.
Well, Delaney's also a CFO, so I don't think he's worried about making money.
But I'm just
just
saying,
kidding.
it was just an
Aspect of your-
example. It could
No,
be
I know.
Amanda. It could be anyone.
Well,
whoever.
Delaney, we know he's been. We won't get to the men first.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I've got.
I'm
for
also
the women.
really excited to see the heavyweight women's squad.
Brittany Schlater.
Seeing some like
I
six.
think I saw like 650 for that Canadian girl. I was like, oh my
if
god.
I don't think Brittany is at a 650 squat, but
I think
she
I
does.
saw 5 reds and a
She
green.
trains pretty sub-maximally throughout her whole prep, and then comes because that's what she did at Worlds, and then comes in crazy.
I mean, that is going to be so cool. Seeing
Like, what is this? I think this is a 600.
seeing anyone squat 600 is cool. Seeing a woman
Yeah.
at that platform squat like 630 plus is ridiculous.
Yeah, she just, I'm not going to say
What
play
is
with
that?
600, but
I
it
see it?
moved. Yeah. Like, it was a smooth 600. Like,
no,
she'll-
definitely.
like, she might be in the, I want to say I saw 650 somewhere, but she might be in that 630, 640 range. And
Yeah, it's just gonna be interesting. Well, I mean, Sonita's gonna squat.
Oh, that was comfortable.
But
Yeah, I mean, it's
jeez.
it's really cool to see.
a little toss.
So yeah, that's what I'm thinking from the women. It's gonna be interesting. I would like Natalie Richards to win. I think unfortunately a 69 is gonna take it.
As long as it's an American.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
I'm sorry, but
Well, no 69 Americans competing. Leah Bavalaw, that's how you say it, Bavalaw.
Babylon.
Evie won last year, correct?
Yeah, Evie.
I think Evie could come back and win again. To be honest, but
I kind of want, because I'm partly Italian, Carola Gara to take. If a 69
I think
has to
Evie
take it.
may take it again.
I think I would like to see top 3: Natalie, Evie, Carola.
I think
I know that's not what I think. That's what I'd like to see.
Corolla 9 for 9 wins.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to do that. I think we could have a very good shot of having Evie and Jesus win both in a repeat. And this meet is not meant to have a repeat, which is so crazy because
Well, okay.
obviously if you break your world record at a higher percentage, you're not meant to redo that.
Yeah.
And I think if I'm not trying to jump the gun, but I think
jumping
we
it.
could have a repeat winner on both men and
I don't know if Evie's got it this year. I'll be honest.
we'll see. I don't know. Once again, it depends on everyone executing. But I think she'll be top 3 100%.
No, I agree.
But yeah, it'll be really, really cool to see.
So she just hit. I want to see what Evie's total is. So this is how you know we're not prepared. It's 460
Yeah.
is the total she has to beat. She just SBD'd 475.
Yeah.
Now that's not in comp setting.
But also, you have to remember her percentage of 15 kilos on the world record is
I
going to be a
know.
lot higher than Jesus getting
Yeah.
15 keys.
No, 100%.
So I think being the lighter weight, that percentage
15
will be
kilos is a
higher
lot.
than
Evie
those
can
heavier weight women.
recreate what she just did. I think she's got a very, very good shot at it.
Yeah. Like, I think being a lightweight in this situation actually is really beneficial, which is also not shocking that Jesus won last year. He's just a different.
He's
but
just a freak.
it is kind of cool to see that. I think, especially on the women's side, the lightweight, I think,
Well,
has a
I think-
smaller advantage because of stuff
What
like
makes it more interesting is for Jesus, not more interesting, that discredits what you say. What makes it also really interesting is with Jesus, the rate at which he's going to put kilos on his total is he's going to put 50 to 100 kilos, not year over year.
Oh, I was like,
But he's put like 50 plus keys. He's put, I think, 100 keys on his training total in a year.
he will
24, 45.
squat
Is he
and
seriously
deadlift over
adding up?
1,000.
Yeah. So not this year.
But I'm saying
Well,
he
he
will.
Training totaled 26 something, and his last Sheffield was in the 24s.
Yeah.
All that to say, for the lighter
crazy.
weight women, to see a 15 key jump year over year is very, very high.
Yeah.
Because they're fighting for 2.5 keys.
Yeah.
But yeah, to talk about men, the 66 battle is Pana, who's the French guy. He totaled something
Hannah's
crazy.
cool.
At
I like
70.
him. Yeah.
At 70, dick skin shredded.
Yeah.
Him to drop 4 keys, he's gonna make 3% body fat.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's super sustainable
Mm-hmm.
at 66. He also grinds his reps with really strict judging. I don't know how that works. I like him a lot, though.
I do too. I think his mentality is
freak.
really cool, and his prep going into Worlds last year and like all the stuff that happened with his dad. I don't know if you know a lot about it, but it was a really moving thing. I watched him on or listened to the King of the Lifts podcast with him.
Yeah.
And it was a really moving podcast. And he just talked about how he's going to come in here and execute at Sheffield, and he wants to come in and win,
No, he does,
which is
would be
really
crazy.
cool. If he wins, I don't know what I'd do. I'll do something.
You could kiss him.
I'll shake ass and tag the Berserker.
Whoa. I also think Kyoto Ishiyama, the Japanese guy, he's crazy.
He's a dog.
He has an insane deadlift. Now, he missed 2 deadlifts at Worlds. If he can get a deadlift to standard, I think he'll take the 66 battle.
Sorry, just quick side note, because Pana posted the Sheffield trophy.
I didn't like last year's, so I actually kind of like the one you
Really?
showed.
I
the
love the
lore
red
behind
last year.
this year's one is like, I don't know if y'all saw the video of it being made. I was like, oh my god, this is
so
some
cool.
grandma build manufacturing a
This is
blacksmith.
beautiful.
Like
Yeah.
that's incredible. Sorry,
But, no, you're good. In 74s, you have, I think he goes by Cali, but Carl Johansson from Sweden, who won Worlds, dethroned Taylor
remember
Atwood.
that good. Yeah.
Deadlift Miyagi on Instagram. And then you have Tim Monagatti, who has been doing some crazy stuff in training. He had a 340 pull with room in the tank, and he did squat, I believe, over the record. And then Shell, the guy who just won the Euros with like the crazy long arms. He's a multi-time equipped and Raw World Champion.
What's his Instagram? I want to know if I'm thinking about the right person.
I don't know, but he should have been on King on the List recently.
Okay.
He is the reserve, and he just set the total to like 810, 820, I think. So you have to have Callie and Tim just got like screwed over. I think it's 810. So now they have to bring more than 800.
That's so
But this year in the 74 kg weight class, you have Taylor, who at prime is able to hit 800. You have Carl and Tim, who need to hit 800. Shell, who's already done it. Perkins, who's hit 851.
Perk is going to come in and sweep every Sheffield for the next 4 years.
But
Next year.
all of that to say,
they might not invite him. They might
I
be-
wouldn't. He's literally going to
Yeah.
win.
Like,
I'm sorry,
that-
but it
that
doesn't
kinda
make it
ruins-
competitive.
well, like also
Yeah.
another factor is Perk will go to Worlds this year. He's being really sweet saying he's not. We're not going to see. I don't think we will see an all-out Perk for maybe 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
He's not gonna
Because
care.
Perk can come in, hit 830, win. Go to Sheffield, hit 835, 840,
Win a
do
couple
whatever he needs
thousand
to,
bucks.
win hundreds of thousands. The Sheffield's pot's going to reach over $1 million.
That'd be crazy.
Perk can take squat, bench, deadlift, world record,
Total, and take it every year.
and first, and then
Every
he can
year.
continue to do that. What Perk is bringing to the sport, I think Sheffield, in a way, ruined Worlds, but I'm okay with that because it's so much more entertaining than Worlds.
Yeah.
Worlds is a week long, and I do like it's at a random time because it's in. Well, I guess Sheffield's in Europe as well, but everyone at 10:30 being done at like 4 is so convenient. And to me, it is the Super Bowl of powerlifting.
Oh, I
It is a
agree.
one-day
agree.
event.
They gave something World's athletes to chase.
Yeah.
And they made it
Yeah.
super exclusive, which is really cool.
With an
12
insane.
Yeah.
So I just think 74s this year are going to be crazy. Oh, 24. My bad. My apologies. 12 of
I'll
each
forget
gender.
you.
But also 74 doesn't. It matters because they could still place very well, but in the future, it doesn't matter.
When Perk's there, and you can't not invite him. He's the best power lifter, I think, of the year.
Because then he's gonna be there like.
But
I
like,
think the
supposed to
two
do?
best powerlifters right now, who, in my opinion, will claim and are currently claiming greatest of all time status, are Jesus and Perk.
and Perk.
Yeah.
Perk
I would
has-
argue Perk is better.
That's another conversation for another
Yeah.
day, and we're
I
about
know
to
that
see what Jesus does.
Two White Lights chose Jesus as their
Really?
athlete of the year instead of Perk. I disagree, but like you said, that's another conversation.
So yeah, 83 is just Delaney Wallace, who became very, very close to Russell Orhe's world record from, I believe, 2021.
Yeah.
Which, respectfully, all respect to Delaney, he's a dog. He has been doing some injuries, hasn't been posting, so we don't really know what Delaney's going to do. I don't know if I have him placing very high.
I don't have him
But also,
placing
the second Russ gets into the IPF, Delaney's got to get something, because when Russell comes 83 IPF, he's taking the crown back.
Yeah.
I'd agree
Delaney's
with
gonna
that.
have to like
If Russ can hit
respectfully
depth on
get
squat.
shit together if he wants to stay on.
Well, Russ typically hits depth on squat. Again, he hasn't been under IPF standard for over a year. or for years at this point. But he is one of those body types where it doesn't look like he hits squat because of how big his quad is and everything. I want to save 93 for last. Next, 105.
Petrie gonna be there next year.
Antoli Novosepi,
It's not about Petrie.
Ukraine.
It's not about it.
He's a dog.
Who? What did you say?
Novosepimini Antonoli.
Oh, Novoseprini.
From Ukraine.
I think I
My
met that
grandma's
guy.
from Ukraine. He's a dog. I don't know much about him. Tony Cliff, he is 40, coming in from England. Dang. He's the guy who was talking trash to Bob. So a lot
That
of
is
people know who he
badass. Bro is 40 going to Sheffield.
Well,
Yeah.
and he's also like hitting a peak in his training he's never hit before.
That, I think, says a lot. I think there is something interesting about a 40-year-old coming and competing
He's
with
the big bald dude.
20 to 30-year-olds at the highest level you can. I think that is GOAT status.
Oh, yeah.
And I would argue, Perk, Jesus,
it's
all
not-
these guys are crazy.
Pause.
Doing that,
GOAT is not just the greatest.
Yeah.
It's of all time.
yeah.
How long can you handle being one of the greatest? Now, Tony took some time off for his career. He's an accountant. Let's go. For his family. But, like...
Also, I think Tom Brady, one of the GOATs of football, because he played till he was like 40-something. He won Super Bowls
43.
year after year. He went to the playoffs year after year. He proved to himself and to everyone that he was that caliber of an athlete.
He's
to
not a
where
one and done.
when a lot of people get injured, they get burnt out, they do all this stuff, and they retire. Like, we're seeing a 40-year-old man with his whole life relatively together from what we see go to the most competitive powerlifting meet that's ever been, that's ever happened.
And each year, it's going to become even more competitive. To me, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think he's also really funny to call out Bob.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I don't need to say anything. You know, Bob totaled more than any 120 totaled at 105. Mm-hmm. Jesus.
Maybe I shouldn't go up to 120.
You're going 120 because I'm
Yeah, I need to. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be
Basically, that
think
leaves
of
the
one.
93s and then Jesus. Jesus, if he can execute. Now, there are a couple things with Jesus. I think he has the squat world record if he wants, but that's going to be a complete RPE 10. I think it's going to exert him a lot to take the 490 record.
Oh, I thought you meant to
Yeah.
break his previous.
about to be
Yeah,
like-
490. I think.
Wait, no, it's
Is
not
that where-
490.
I was about to say 490's what?
That's what.
thought it was
no, it's not
490.
490. 490 is what he did in America, which no longer counts.
Well,
The
Ray
squat-
squatted 490.
It's not 490. It's 477 and a half.
Okay.
When
I was about
did
to say
Ray squat
490 is
490?
really
He
high.
did it in
I
the
didn't
no.
think-
Ray squatted 490 in a non-IPF meet, so it's not a world record.
Oh.
So
But I think Jesus still wants to.
he wants
have that.
477 and a half.
Yeah.
I think he could squat 480. But to me, I think that's gonna be a 10. Going in to bench and deadlift,
I don't know.
is that the greatest call?
I think he's gonna squat.
I've heard
think-
where he doesn't want to go all out this year. Like I've
Also,
heard.
why
I
would
don't
he
know if-
make it harder for himself if he doesn't have to?
I mean,
What did you say the world record was?
477 and a half.
Jeez, dude. I mean, he squatted 475 end of January.
Not hard, but not easy.
Well, yeah, it's over
1,047
pounds.
pounds.
Like,
No,
it's not
obvious-
gonna like
okay, yeah.
dude, you
fly.
kind of suck, man.
Well, 10:03 flies for him.
Yeah, but this is also fatigued, not peaked.
No, I know. So we could very well see it from him.
I think we could see a 485 squat.
I think he'll chip it. I think he'll take 480.
Because there's no
I think so
point
too,
to go
but
crazy
I do
over
too.
it.
But I think he's capable of 485.
I think
squat.
I agree. It doesn't make sense for him to overexert himself to make next year harder.
Yeah. But
bench-
also, you also have to think, how many more Sheffields does he plan on winning? Like,
don't
with
know,
Perk coming in next year, he may just want to go
he
break
may
the
know,
world
like,
record, have his final Sheffield, and then Perk's going to come in and destroy everyone.
So the bench is 291.
Like, they're going to be fighting for second.
Yeah. Dude.
291 is the bench. 640. Is he capable? Is Jesus a 640 bencher? I thought he was a
553 by
600
3.
bencher.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's like a 606.
yeah, I
So I
don't
think he'll
think he's
take that.
660.
He'll definitely take the deadlift on either his second or third, depending on what he wants
His
to
deadlifts
do.
looked a lot better.
I will say his deadlift has been shaky at lockout.
Yeah, but he's fixed. He's gotten.
No, I'm saying there's been times recently where I think his deadlift might not pass IPF judging.
He also
has
benched
done-
530 for 5.
That's not 660 bencher.
No, but that's
yeah.
not just a 600.
He did 550 for 3.
I think we could see
I
like a
just don't think he's-
618.
yeah.
I got deadlift more than he benches. So do you.
Okay, I'm not saying
don't
you're
laugh
weak.
at me.
No, he laughed too. He's
Well, he does, so. Anyway, all that to say, I definitely think he'll take the deadlift record. It might be shaky, though. That's all I think.
yeah.
There's been a few times where, in training, his deadlift has not looked 100% 3 white lights.
Yeah, but he's pulled over 900 quite a few times, like relatively easy.
No, I agree.
What's
Like,
the
I
world
think-
record?
410.
410.
Set by him.
Oh,
This is 411 at like RP like 8-ish. Like it's not super.
He can definitely take it, but he'll just have to be smart with winning. I do think if he executes, he wins.
Yeah, he
Now-
pulled 426.
it's realistically, what is everybody's goals on the meet just for the thing? Is it
Now-
records? Is the money?
I mean, he pulled 426 relatively like clean.
Yeah, but he wants like 950, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he can destroy.
To talk about the most fun weight class, you have 4 people representing 93. You've got
by far the most competitive
Carlos
class.
Peterson Griffin from Guyana.
L.
Okay, yeah, but I do think that's so
I'm
crazy.
just kidding.
I do think seeing someone from South America as someone from South America is incredibly awesome. Like that.
Will we see a 93 total 900 at this meet?
Can we finish the introduction?
Oh my gosh.
Well, also,
We get it. You're from Argentina, part Italy, part Ukraine. Those from everywhere.
I am, but like I do think
God.
I do think it's really cool. This is the first time at this caliber of a meet have we seen someone from South America. That's awesome, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
No, I can agree, understand.
In terms of, like,
And I'm proud to be
I also
an
think
American.
we're about to start seeing people from India, and that's gonna be
India's
crazy.
got a big
India's
team.
powerlifting scene is like 3-day meets, 4-day meets.
It's crazy that they're
What are you
actually
laughing
growing
at?
bigger.
No, I just
Okay, whatever.
no. It's nothing. It's
No,
nothing.
say it,
Can't
say it.
say no, no, no.
Then we have Gustav Hedlund, Sweden. I don't really think he's gonna do anything cool, but whatever.
We know what we're waiting
And then you have the 2 big dogs, Mr. Burn Your Boats, Gavin Aiden himself, rocking the buzz cut, and then Mr. Perfect, Jonathan Kaiko.
Do y'all remember last year how viral the
Yeah.
edit of Gavin walking off screaming and Kaiko just staring into the camera,
Yeah.
like about to murder someone?
Okay, so obviously the battle is Kaiko v. Gavin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what everyone's.
In a lot of ways. What are you doing? What is going on?
I just texted him something. It's fine. I'll show you after. I will. I'll show you the exact text message
Just
after.
text me now.
No, I will later. Continue. Sorry.
Wow, okay, well, I feel left out. I'll be honest.
I'll literally show you.
I don't wanna
It's just
finish
me and
the
him relate to it a little bit more.
You relate to it?
No,
was about to
but
be
I've
like,
made the joke to
we
you
haven't
more
talked
times.
about this,
I've
yeah.
made the joke
Yeah.
to you. more
Whatever. Man, I don't really want to keep talking. So what do you guys think about Kaiko versus Gavin?
times. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think Kaiko is stronger than Gavin. I think he executes better. I like Gavin more as a competitor, but I think Keiko runs that. Keiko. I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Keiko.
What do you think, Mr. Berserker?
I mean, I'm literally looking at their lifts right now. I think Kaiko's kind of the same boat, but I like Gavin. I think
Yeah.
we're all kind of agreeing, so we like Gavin. I don't know. Also, seeing him shave his head, that was kind of surprising. Kind of like the.
I liked the cornrows.
I did
Also-
too, but I think it's that his like.
Is that Gavin's girl? He's been like gatekeeping this girl on Instagram, posting her.
No, really?
Nobody's seen this? Mm-hmm. He posted one that was like really subtle, and then he posted like a full video of her. I sent it to you, and it's just like, as a Gavin fan, we're just interested in who he's with.
Yeah.
But
He's not single.
unfortunately,
Damn it.
I think it's not fully decided. The favor definitely leans towards Keiko.
Yeah. I mean, I want Gavin to win.
But I will say I really, really like Gavin. I think he is an incredible athlete. I think just the way he talks motivates people. And I think he has a fire in powerlifting that most people haven't seen
He has not
before.
posted in a like.
Who?
Gavin.
Look at his reels. Swipe
Yeah,
look at the reels.
I was like, why am I not seeing anything? I know I've seen
So
stuff.
Gavin has changed from sumo to conventional this meet, which I think is faring good for him.
Solid call.
Being as beefy as he is and as short as he is, I think it makes sense. For those 93s who are like 5'5", 5'6", like Russell Orey height,
Yeah.
Conventional
Conventional
works
makes
better.
more sense.
His
He
335
is
looked good.
squatting in heels. He's been doing that since Worlds. And his bench is just, trustful. His bench is not Kaiko's bench, though. His deadlift is not Kaiko's deadlift. Kaiko does
Squat
shake at
so
the
little.
top. What was it? Kaiko shakes a lot on his deadlift. He shakes ass like someone else I know. Tag the Berserker. But his bench is stupid. So it's very much going to come down to, does Gavin burn his boats and go for a crazy, not a chip, a crazy new squat world record? If Gavin gets a squat world record that's not overturned, I personally think what that will do to him mentally, he'll win. If Gavin does not get the squat record, he's going to have to fight tooth and nail. And respectfully, if he does not get that 60-pound, 70-pound advantage on Kaiko's squat, Kaiko has that on him on bench, no matter Gavin's best bench. And Kaiko's also going to bench a world record. It's going to be tooth and nail on deadlift. I do think Kaiko does have more notoriety for going 9 for 9. He's gone 8 for 9, I think, once. I do think I want to see Gavin win.
I do too.
I mean, Gavin respectfully got robbed at Sheffield. I am in the cap that, he's right. You just have to be incredibly undeniable. But to have a 2 white light lift be overturned by the jury, that stings.
Yeah.
It happened again at Worlds. I think he knows what he has to do. And if he wasn't training to do it, that's on him. If he wasn't training to that depth and to that standard, it's his fault. And he knows that going into the meet 100%. Kaiko is also just a great guy. He's super nice. Everyone loves him.
Super chill.
He is an insane bencher. I do think if Gavin messes up at all, Kaiko will win.
Yeah.
And that's
Gavin has to have a more than perfect meet.
He does.
To
And he wants
and
it.
also, yeah, he would have to have perfect in Keiko. What the fuck?
Keiko.
Why do I say it? I always said Keiko.
He's going to have to make Kaiko. put it
Keiko
on
will
play.
have to not be perfect, and Gavin will have to be perfect.
He's
Which
gonna have to make
Kaiko
it,
missed
dude.
a lift at Worlds.
One.
I know, but like
Once.
that's big for. But you got to think for a competitor like Kaiko, who never misses a lift. If he misses one lift and Gavin's 3 for 3, the tension that brings. Both are Worlds competitors. They obviously can handle that pressure. Like obviously we don't handle that as well as they do. But like the tension that brings is going to be something crazy. So I do think like.
Oh, this Saturday, if we see one of them miss a squat, we're like,
That's a big
oh
deal.
my God.
If Kaiko misses a squat, it's game over. If
I
Gavin
would
misses-
not say game over. That's a
If
reach.
he squats sub 300,
Also, it's crazy that literally Kyle, a junior 90 at 90 squats more than the Sheffield guy. That is so
I love how you just
bizarre.
I love how you didn't call him Kaiko. You said the Sheffield guy.
Yeah.
Well, respectfully, he also has 50 plus kg on Kyle's.
No, I know, but it's
I know.
funny.
The
Like
Sheffield
me and
guy.
Kyle were
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
that like a week ago or something at DNA last weekend, and it's just so funny to see that.
He just I mean, 656 for
Was
Kaiko.
like-
Wasn't it kind of a grind?
Yeah.
And Gavin played with 7 on squatters.
But it's also like Kaiko plays with 530 on bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think we could see a 250 bench from Kaiko, which as a 93.
I don't know if 250 that's a lot. I don't think 250 is that.
His current record is 243.
Dang.
I think we could see a
550 bench at
93.
93. I don't think he's gonna bench 550.
I think he could bench 540 pretty easily.
Yeah,
Bro, I
maybe.
think he's got a lot in the tank on bench.
I think 245 is more likely, but I think
We'll see what he does. But anyway, he's under Joey. Joey knows what he's doing.
Obviously.
Is Joey allowed back now? Has he done his year suspension? Do we know that or no?
I want to say yes.
Because I
but
know
don't
Grant and Weeze are there, and I don't know if they're going to be helping.
and Steven or Singleton, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, well, he's not a flex guy, though.
Yeah.
But,
Weeze isn't either.
Dang.
yeah, he is.
Y'all saw
I mean, not a
Keiko's
coach.
530?
Grant's a coach under flex.
What'd you say?
Y'all saw his
his
530?
530 was pretty crazy.
Yeah, but 550. I don't know if 550's.
I'll say 540's there. I don't know
Yeah,
about
540.
540.
I don't know about 550.
All right, so who's going to
Wow, that was fast.
Jesus.
Jesus.
I mean, I gotta look at the records, but I mean, Jesus, it's hard to say no. Like he destroyed.
It's hard to.
He destroyed it last year, and he's only gotten so much stronger.
It's gonna be hard to bet against Jesus.
Yeah, like it's gonna be him deciding he doesn't want to say
Yeah.
no to that. I think realistically that's the thing. It's gonna be him deciding he doesn't want to. For
I also think
other
Keiko could be
reasons.
top 3. I think
How
Who
does
do you
that
have? Okay, outside
159
of Keiko,
Gavin. I don't know.
How's that 159 guy? I don't know what he stands up to. The guy that just lifted 600.
Oh yeah.
he's not. Is he going? Not? No, Little Waski. He's not going.
He's not.
No.
I don't know why. I thought he was.
He was
for
just
some
wearing a
reason.
Sheffield shirt, and I think everyone thought he was.
Was he a
Pana.
wild card last year?
Pana, is that his last? I think that's his name.
Pana could be up there.
I think he may get top 3 too if he can execute.
I'm wondering, Jesus posted a reel of what his last and most recent training total was.
Yeah, I think Pana could very well get that as well.
Yeah,
He's all. Is he a flex guy?
I don't think he's a flex
No,
guy.
I thought I saw him.
So, I mean, he's already hit. Let's see. Pretty light. He hit.
Jeez.
Finding it.
Hitting 640 at 69 kg is insane.
Yeah, I think Jesus is going to win.
Yeah,
I want Gavin to win so bad.
Gavin's not going to win. Respectfully, Gavin's not going to win the whole thing.
I do feel like
There's zero way Gavin.
him
wins.
going conventional was a good call, but it's not going to pay off as well as it needs to till next year.
I don't think he won't win next year either.
Yeah, well, yeah, he won't win when
Once Perk comes, it's going to make it low key kind of not fun.
Perk. Okay,
Yeah.
but
They
also
gotta do a different
you're gonna
level
have
of-
Perk and Russ. Perk
Russ
is stronger
is
than
not-
Russ. I know Perk is stronger than Russ, but that's two characters.
You haven't seen in
You
forever.
could also
Petrie.
have Petrie. You could also have Bob.
Yeah.
You could also have Ash. Like
Now, Bob?
if Bob tried to fill out 120,
If Bob filled out 120, I think he could.
but also like Marcellus will say Bob's not stronger at a heavier weight.
Yeah, but has he ever weighed 115?
I don't know. That's just what Marcellus says. He's his coach, not you. You know, like
Well, no shit.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
yeah,
like
all right.
leverages wise. Bob's also like incredibly shredded.
Yeah,
He posted
I know.
that photo of him like flexing, and like his abs are crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
but I think
next year, I'm honestly more
Ash
hyped
could be crazy.
for next year, and next year
Petrie's gonna be
Sheffield,
there.
because all of the USAPL sweethearts are gonna be there. Soul's gonna be there.
I love you, Soul, but that
No, I know, but
that Johnny Havenant win.
Wild card, James Townsend goes.
Bro, that would be crazy. I think it's
Eventually.
really interesting to see a 40-year-old man go to Sheffield.
The second year
The
in a row.
UK did it. The UK did.
Bro, that'd be crazy. So yeah, I think Sheffield's gonna be fun.
They'd
I
be like,
think
James, you want to go to
Jesus is
Sheffield? He'd be like, ugh.
What is that? He'd say, what is
He
that?
probably doesn't know what it is, to be honest.
No, I talked to him about it. He does know what it is. He just doesn't care.
That's so crazy.
But yeah, this was fun.
Anywho, that was good.
We're gonna have like a recap next week. Honestly, just like at this point, you know, when you're just so excited for something, it just has to happen now.
Mm-hmm.
KSU
We're 2 days
DNA watch party at Sheffield.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Or just pull up in general. You don't have to be KSU.
Bro, I will say we were like glazing DNA last meet, and I will continue to glaze DNA. But every college going Saturday from the hours of 10 to 2 is
I told Noah this. I'm like, I almost don't want to go. Cause
like
of
it's
that.
almost no longer the move because it's so good.
Yeah, but I think the energy is really high.
No, I know, but it's like and this is really, really mean, and I don't mean it, but like if it was all the dogs that like I really, really like, but when you have like, not to be disrespectful, but the people who aren't known in the club and you don't know them and it's their first time at a powerlifting
Some
gym,
of y'all need to stick to
and
the
they-
rec gym on your campus.
and they just kind of get in your way, you're like, okay, foul.
On
But
your campus. That's
Yeah.
funny.
it's okay. I'm
You've
happy
not made it
that
to private gym
DNA
status.
is getting the business. I also like, I'm not always at DNA on Saturdays, so like it's not that deep for me. But I
Yeah,
will
bro
say,
trains at Classic City. Something.
Meaning
I don't
some
know what
weird-
the hell it is.
I don't even know what it is either, bro. It's pretty bad.
I got the chills just
Honestly,
thinking
I think
about it.
like being there is probably why I'm still injured.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Probably rubs off on you.
Yeah.
The bulldog shit. Most steps in, he's like, "Fuck my back."
My bad.
I get out of my car.
Yeah,
But
I think
yeah.
something about Athens, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they're weird over
I'll
there.
literally be there tomorrow in 24 hours.
Have fun doing that.
Hootie hoo. Yeah,
Hootie hoo.
Yeah, you'll get jumped.
I was like in Athens at UGA. We were like in the library, and I was like, "What if like someone comes up to me and asks me to bark like a UGA student, but I don't know how, and I just start hooting? Like, what's the probability of that happening?"
Really high.
That's what didn't happen. I was scared to go to the bathroom. I put headphones
scared
on
to go
because I was like, "What if someone stops me and be like, are you really a UGA student?" No, but you know what's pimping? Being logged into KSU D2L on a UGA Mac.
You know, the one time this was really funny. Me and Edie studied at Emory, and I had to pull up Kennesaw on Emory's campus, and I was like,
Yeah, you're like,
I was like,
how to feel like an idiot 101. I put tape
go
over
to
the-
some like prestigious school, and like, not that Kennesaw's bad. It's not. So, regardless,
They'll be right.
I love Kennesaw.
It's actually such a good school. Can we talk about how
Yeah.
incredible everyone at Kennesaw is?
yeah, I agree.
I've had
100%.
How much
That's
smarter
great.
it is
But
than
it's
one
really
person at
funny.
UGA.
It's really funny though
crazy.
because Emory is a very prestigious school. It's much different than Georgia, Kennesaw, Georgia State, all that stuff. And it was really funny. Like me and Edie were studying, and I was like,
Why do you put
KSU
quotes?
D2L.
Like, studying? Like, what were you really doing?
Did I do that?
Yeah, you
What
said
were
you
you
were
doing?
studying. I'm like, what were you really doing?
Sorry. Making out in the library. I'm sorry. I'm joking.
Edie's
I'm
gonna be
joking.
pissed about
Yeah,
this.
Edie's like, why did you say that?
She doesn't watch. It's okay.
But you can you can diffuse that.
Oh yeah, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
No, it's always a joke.
Yeah.
How do you guys like the couch?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Couch Motivated.
put, if I remember, on the Spotify like Q&A, like
New
thoughts
couch.
on new couch.
Thoughts on new couch.
New couch clean.
That's gonna be the
That's what I
title.
know.
Thoughts on new couch.
We got a new couch! Exclamation point. All right,
Yeah.
everyone. Well,
All right.
we got shit to do, but
The economy.
it was good. Talking. I think we had a really good Sheffield recap. All our training's going relatively good. Or preview. Sorry. But yeah, we will see you all for the next one.
3, 2.
Gosh.
Rushed it.